Oh, why, hello there. I guess we're doing another one of those little lazy late night sketch streams that we've been working on. Let me just take a sip of my water real fast. Okay, let's get to this. I moved the camera a bit so that we have a better angle. I'm not sure how that's going to work as far as me actually doing any painting on it because it's kind of like right where I'm usually am. So, what we're going to do, as you can see, we've done quite a bit of work on this piece since the last time. And what we're going to do is try to finish up this background here. We're going to be using a bit of bright magenta, a bit of fuchsia, and some pink blast. We might use some of that. And maybe a bit of the lavender. It's possible. And we might go back in with the blue here a bit and add a little bit of Caribbean blue. I, Again, changed camera angle, so this is fun. And just pause for the cause and hit my vape pen real quick. Okay, and let's see what we can do. Now, if you're wondering how we did this, uh, let's show you. First, we take our fuchsia. Let me pour it in our little easel here. Then we're going to take this, I'm going to flip it on its ass, on its head. You know what I'm saying. I fuck up words all the time. Then, what we're going to do is go in here where we want it at and just kind of dab it in. Just kind of going in a line, just a little bit. I know the camera's kind of wobbly now because I put it like right where my arm is. Just a little dabbing in there. And because we filled in this area with violet colored watercolors, those are going to diffuse and reactivate while we apply wet paint over it, which kind of blends it all nicely together. Also kind of makes it a little shiny when you're looking at it, so you probably can't see it with the desk lamp pointed directly at it. I noticed the last stream was a little dark, so trying to figure out better angles. But yeah, we're just going to add a couple more of those in this way to fill in these gaps. Then we're going to go into the center of some of these and brighten them up a bit. And that's going to basically be what we're going to do on this stream. If you've watched any of the previous ones, you know they're not very long streams because I'm just kind of working as we go. And honestly, you don't need to do like super long streams, I'd imagine. This is going to take a little getting used to, this new angle. Y'all can't see none of that shit. There we go. Look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Okay. I'm just kidding. I love you. I'm going to tap you on the head. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Alrighty. Now, of course, I know there's probably not a lot of people watching the stream. There's literally nobody watching it. But if you're watching this in replay, this is just talking so that, there's something to listen to while you're watching if you decide to. And we appreciate you watching. We do. Let's see. Last time we were talking about this, we were talking about toys. Toy collecting is such a weird hobby to some people, I'd imagine. And it's not weird to me. I collect toys, but to some people it seems weird. That's okay. It's good to have hobbies. There's all kinds of different types of toy collectors too. You got the kind that have them open collectors. I'm an open display collector myself. We're just going to smudge a little bit. I tend to like to take them out of the package so that I can make displays with them, or show them all off and all that other cool stuff. It's usually characters I like. And then you got completionists who just go after a whole line even if they don't really need it. Army builders, which are big into duplicates. Star Wars is very popular with army builders. So is GI Joe. Uh, Closed box collectors, which for the longest time I didn't understand closed box collectors because like why would you just buy a toy just to keep it in the box? But I started getting into those reaction figures that Super Seven's putting out, and I got to be real with you, they look really fucking cool in the package. I think that might be the appeal. Because they definitely look like art figures, and I fucking love that about them. I've got a couple of Super Sevens. Not a ton. But it's interesting to see the different types of types of collections that are going on. It's going to take a while for us to get used to this angle. But so far, so good. It's definitely looking nice. Now, on the original packaging, it's just kind of diffused beams, like almost like a Gaussian blur. And I like it, but I kind of wanted to do like this crackling energy beam type vibe instead. Just kind of oomph it up a bit. But yeah, no, toy collecting, it's wild stuff. And there's neat things you learn along the way, like how to deal with figures that have really rough joints, because usually that's because the plastic is a little tight. The way to fix that is to loosen it up with heat. And if heat doesn't work, then you put it in the freezer for a bit to let it cool. And hopefully, it's an issue with paint or something of that nature with that, and it just breaks off the excess paint in the joint. You never want to like ham hands it, which is where you just force a joint because that'll break it. NECA, the brand NECA, is pretty well known for having crappy joints like that, or they used to be. Great sculpts, terrible joints. Let me just pause for the cause again. Now, when I say pause for the cause, I mean I'm just putting it on mute. It sounds better than, uh, you know, mute for the zoot or whatever. But yeah, pause for the cause. I tend to talk like that. Not bad. Not bad. I don't want to go all the way around with that, but I think that looks pretty fucking dope so far. What do you say? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I keep having this fucking bottle of whiskey over here, and you guys have probably seen it. Scatterbrain, that shit right there. Dark chocolate banana whiskey, so fucking good. Really good in like coffee and shit, milkshakes. It's really good in milkshakes. They made a couple other flavors too, but I really dig that one. I may have to try some of those other ones though. Yeah, definitely meaning to try some of those. Not bad. Tap it up a little more. There we are. I'm thinking this is going to be the gist of these streams if you're catching these later, is just working on the art. Because that is what I want to make this channel focus on, is the art. I mean, I've got an Etsy page, etsy.com/shop/candydandyart. Shameless self-plug there. But yeah, so we're just trying to focus on getting attention to the artwork, doing these little polls, determining on what we're going to paint, and I'm going to be making prints of these once we get it done. Those will be available on our shop at etsy.com/shop/candydandyart. But yeah, not bad. Not bad. Very good. I'll let that dry for a minute. Hot as hell out here right now. It is ridiculous. It's 107 on Monday. Can you believe that shit? Why am I talking about the weather? I have no idea. Okay. Well, we were talking about toy collecting. Yeah, this line has been wild to watch. I think we talked about that before too. And what makes it even funnier is it's like there was also this point, because of a couple of those waves going missing, because of all the shipping issues and stuff, which I totally get. you had scalpers just like all over the place, fucking buying shit up online, selling it out, and then fucking like charging ridiculous amounts for it. A good example of this, if you're following this line, um, if you're not scared of of the sticker shock, look up how much the Origins series Triclops figure goes for nowadays, because that guy barely made it into store shelves, if he even did, and it is ridiculous how much they were last time I saw. I think it was like 170 something or some shit like that. Ridiculous, ridiculous. Probably one of those characters you'll probably never have in your collection. I feel bad for completionists because oh my goodness, that is ridiculous. 170 bucks for a figure that retails for like 16. It's almost as bad as the Keldor Cronus 2 pack that they had when they first when they were doing Target exclusives. That thing retailed for 30. And before it even hit the shelves, you had people secondary market on Amazon asking like 140, 130 for that shit. It's like, really? Not even on the shelves yet. Just ridiculous. It's even worse as the G.I. Joe line's even worse with that too. But I think they've gotten better at scalping or at cracking down on that scalping crap. But it's just ridiculous how bad scalping is, especially well, in general with toys, it's pretty bad. But like, ugh, good luck getting a Triclops. I thought about getting one. I was like, I'm not paying that much for it. You crazy. I have a hard time justifying anything over $30 when it comes to toys. I really honestly do, because I just didn't get the money for it. You know, I don't know how these folks be getting these really expensive ass toys, man. Must be lawyers or something. Dentists. I mean, yeah, it's not shocking. But yeah, it's ridiculous how much some of these prices are. What do you think? What do you think? I think it's pretty good. Hold on, I'm gonna burp real quick. There we go, that's better. But yeah. It is kind of a shame though about the NECA because they have some really amazing sculpts. We were talking about them earlier, but like I've gotten so fucking nervous about buying them because every time I've bought an NECA figure, it's like you don't even want to pose them or mess with the joints because they're so brittle. But that was ages ago. Maybe they've updated their plastic since, but they used a really really brittle plastic back in the day for their joints. They got some amazing sculpts though. So I'll give you that. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do with that. Then we'll go back in and touch it up a little bit to define it. I'm thinking we'll probably get some plum. I don't have any in stock right now. I'll get some like in stock. I don't have any on hand right now, so like I'll get some later. But yeah, I'm thinking we'll do plum to get in there, maybe a little black in there as well. Try to shy away from using too much black because I know that there's some people that don't like heavy black lines and stuff in my art. And I personally am totally fine with using heavy black lines. I don't want it to look realistic. We're going for fantasy. So, that's fine by me. It's okay for it to look a little cartoony. But it's also fun and important to challenge yourself. So, you know how it be. I hope. If you ain't already muted me. I'm just kind of rambling. There we go. It's not really much fun stuff to talk about nowadays. A lot of bullshit in the news. That's never fun. And I don't want this to be one of those, like, fucking news streams. I'm not interested in that. There's like a bajillion people that talk about news and politics and shit, and I don't want to do that. I just want to focus on the art. Maybe have some fun talking about pop culture shit or whatever pops in my head. I think that works out better. All right. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I think it's coming along. How are we doing on time here? 14 minutes. Let me just pause my thing here. A little- All right, and we are back. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're good on those spots now. What we're going to do is touch up this little bit right here. Doop-a-doop-doop-doop-doop-doo. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Clap, clap. Okay. Ah, man, oh, man. We're just going to do that same type of dabbing in there because we've already got this violet. And again, like I said, once you start applying wet paint on top of watercolor after it's dried, it reactivates it a bit. So we can blend it a little better. Not bad. It's actually going to be fun trying to figure out how to put a finish on this because usually whenever I do paintings, I use Mod. I know I'm broke, so I use Mod for, you know, a finish. It works. It works as a varnish. It's fine. But because of the fact that watercolor reactivates when you get it wet, I'm kind of iffy on using it because I would be devastated after doing all this work on a piece to go in and use Mod to fucking like, finish and wolf. And then it just reactivates all the shit. Like that would, oh my god, that would suck so much if it started smearing. You have no idea. I would be devastated, distraught, saddened. Gorge myself on a kind of cookie dough. Yeah, I'd probably do that anyway. Cookie dough is delicious, but still. Alrighty. At least now you can kind of see my painting. Except for the light being right where my fucking hand is. Good thing we're using the long brushes, huh? Look at my expert handling of the brush. Isn't it just the most professional fucking shit you've ever seen? Like a regular Bob Ross. Yeah, boy. Look at that shit. We're Bob Ross in it. Oh, yes, we are. We're going for a bit of an ombre tone here because that's the way it looks on the packaging, is a bit ombred. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. See, told you that song gets stuck in your head. Shebra, Shebra. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Looking good. I heard they were going to be doing like a live action She-Ra thing pretty soon. I don't know whatever happened to that. And then, like on Hulu or some shit, they're going to do that. Kind of sucks they didn't like do like a follow-up movie for the Netflix series because that would have been dope as hell. I know there was clamoring for that. I really like that version of She-Ra. It's pretty cool what they did with that. Most of it was pretty good. Some of it kind of sucked. The Swift one was annoying as shit. I get that was kind of the point of Swiftwind was to be annoying as shit, but oh my god, Swiftwind was annoying as shit. Could have used a little more Madame Raz too. Madame Raz is like one of my favorite characters from the original. I like the goofy characters. What can I say? I like Orko and I liked Madame Raz. My favorite though is the Sorceress. That's like my favorite character from the series because I just love that outfit. It's no other reason. No other reason other than the fact that she just has the sickest looking fucking outfit in the entire damn show. She's got that fucking like blue onesie, long sleeve, fucking disco diva ass fucking like falcon shit. Like, bitch, that shit's tight as hell. I love that shit. Best fucking outfit ever. I was trying to make a version of that for myself like a couple years ago, but I just kind of got like, kind of got a little too over my head with it. And I need to figure out what I'm going to do with that better. The headdress was getting on my nerves, so I got frustrated. It happens. We'll come back to it eventually, I'm sure, but yeah, it's just one of those characters I really like. There we go. Not bad. Not too much going on there. Okay, let's go ahead and add in a little bit of that. I'm just bumping everything. I'm such a klutz. I'm going to add a little bit of that Caribbean blue in there. Just around the base, just around this part. Okay. And then I think later, either tonight or probably tomorrow, I'll start drawing the hands back in because I think we're at a point where I feel comfortable doing the hands now. Although I do got some spots that I want to touch up on the body first with some orange, maybe a little brune watercolor so that it blends a little better first. Not bad so far. We still need to do the belt. We're going to chrome that belt out a bit. But other than that, yeah, not bad. We are making progress. Oh, how exciting. All right. A little Caribbean blue about there. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's a bit of a fucking thick ass blue. Damn, boy, it's thick. Damn, boy, it's thick. That's a thick paint. God damn, that's a thick paint. Okay. I'm gonna add some more. That's some thick ass paint. Shit. Ooh, thick ass paint. Goodness gracious. All right. Let's get on in there with that thick ass paint. Oh, it's so thick. Oh, it's so thick. Look at that thick paint. Oh, it's so thick. What am I doing? Okay. It is pretty fucking thick, though. I probably should have thinned it a little bit. That's all right. We'll blend in some of that bright blue with it to balance it out. We might actually go up to the cap or the kneecap, I think. Let me ponder a bit while I hit my pondering pen. Pause for the ponder. Yes, I believe we shall go up to the kneecap. I think the kneecap is the way to go with the blue like that. But we're going to be adding some. Yes. Yes. These will work out lovely. Okay. We're getting it. We are getting it in there. Yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. Right about there is good. And it gives a good amount of transitioning. And again, what we're going to be doing from here is wet blending in some of that bright blue. Wet blending is when you're taking two paints that are still wet on the surface and overlaying them essentially until they blend a bit. I know I'm too fancy. I don't know if that's the correct term or not. Again, I'm pretty self-taught and I don't know shit from fuck. But yeah, that's what we're calling it, is wet blending. So, wet blending. All right, all right, all right, all right. Now, for preciseness, we're going to be counting how many drops, two drops. We have three. We put in the paint, four, so it's easier to remember how to mix them. We did four in this paint. Now we're going to mix that. Would you like to see me mix it? There we are. We're mixing. I don't know why I was so excited about that. It's just mixing paint. Oh boy, oh boy. There should be case studies on this. Hmm. I'm just gonna do a bit of the mixing, just a bit of the mixing. Right about there. Right about there. A little too, not enough of that blue in there. But that's good. We got to figure out for that. We got a situation fix for that. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me show you. You ready? You ready for this? Ready for me to fix that shit? Here we go. Gonna take a finger. We're gonna smudge it. Gonna smudge that shit in there. Yeah, we'll just smudge it a little bit. Just a little. Oh, it wants to be finicky on me. Good for that. We'll just soak our paintbrush a little bit. Yes. Oh, how lovely. Look at that go. It got a little too dry from the lamp being on it, so I couldn't properly smooch it. It's okay to smudge your paper. Nobody's grading you for points. Yes. All right. Bit of a challenge on this one, isn't it? Right, now we got that. Add in that regular ass blue. Start blending up. Okay. Add a little more of that blue in there. This is where we start transitioning it in. And I'm kind of good with it being a little cloudy and a little fluffy because that works with the vibe we're going for here. It's like in the clouds, breaking the dawn with the light. His most fabulous secret powers. They were revealed to him one day when he held aloft his magic sword and said, I have drink tickets. Oh, never mind. Wrong show. It is kind of fun to do these characters, though. I have a bunch of other characters I'd love to do that are just goofy little tongue-in-cheek things. We might do those someday, too. But for right now, this is pretty fun. Yeah, you can see here is when it's going to start blending a bit because of the fact that we're touching the watercolor area. So now the watercolor is reactivating like I was telling you it was going to do. See, right there it's reactivating. Told you. Told you going to do that. I told you. You didn't believe me, did you? Mm-mm. You doubted. Look how you doubt. Look at the folly of your doubt. Oh, you are a fool. You do not believe me. I know there's probably somebody sitting there going, God, this is so cringe to listen to. And you know what? You're probably right. But everybody's cringe. Even you. And that's okay. Embrace the cringe. Let it wash over you. Okay. Sheba, Sheba, it gets stuck in your head. Okay. How about that fucking movie, man? What a wild ass movie that shit was. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I want to say it was like one of Courtney Cox's first films too. She was the girl that lost her parents in the beginning of the movie. That they fucking gave her back her parents at the end of the movie. Just so weird. Uh, she could have been Batman, but no, they gave her back her parents. Damn, Eternian magic. It's a dope little movie. Apparently, the dude that made it wanted to make a New Gods film, which is why it looks like it does. Which I can kind of see. Some of it does look very New Godsy, but it was pretty good. I liked it. I liked it for more than just, Greasy Dolph Lundgren in a loincloth. Although, let's be honest, Greasy Dolph Lundgren in a loincloth is a pretty easy seller for me. But there's some good actors in it. And, I fucking liked Masters of the Universe as a kid. So I digged it. I kind of digged it. They used that fucking weird lizard guy costume in another movie, like years later. It was like some straight to video shit. Can't remember what the fuck it was called, but he was like just not the same character, just the same costume. It's just so instantly recognizable when you see it. But he's like hunting college kids or some shit. It's like a full moon movie, I think. Or it could have been canon. Can't remember. I'll have to look it up so I can talk about it the next time I do one of these cringe streams. But yeah. Weird fucking movie. And then they had that like hard boiled detective guy that was in like every fucking movie in the 80s at that time. He was in Back to the Future as the gym coach. He's just there. It's like, hey, I like this place. Hey, yo. We do this in like whatever part of the country I'm from, like Chicago or something. He's supposed to be like a Chicago dude or some shit. He's just a mandatory Chicago guy that they had to have in like every movie in the 80s, like the unofficial Paulie. Like every movie had to have a Paulie in it. And by Paulie, I mean, Paulie from Rocky. I don't mean Paulie like Paulie Shore. But like almost every 80s film had like the unofficial Paulie guy in it. That probably came out really and really offensive. So I'm not trying to. Well, you know the spiel by now. You know the deal. You know the spiel. I'm just rambling. Just some clown on the internet, not meant to be taken seriously. Okay. Not bad. So far, so good. I need to tighten this bit up here. That can be done. I don't want to do too much watercolor while I'm using an angle like this because of the fact that water drips. But yeah, not bad, not bad. I think that'll do for here for now, for tonight. 30 minutes is not bad. That's usually how these things go. Let me just a second to pause for the cause. Actually, I think we should try to diffuse that a little bit if we can. I think we will. Just a little bit. We're going to use a different color brush. We're going to use a different brush. We're going to use this fat boy over here. This fat boy right here. Ooh, whoa. I'm just going to diffuse that a bit. Just a little paint. See what I mean? Just going to diffuse it a little bit. No, stop. Stop, bitch. Stop moving. Rude. Okay. That's a little better. Yeah, I think we're gonna end up having to use like a spray finish or something on these because of the watercolors, because I am worried about it reactivating while I'm putting the finish on, because that would suck so much. Oh, you cunt. Do you see this? Do you see this? Look at this. Right on the leg. Oh, you bitch. We'll have to redo that leg. That's okay. I'm good with it. We'll redo that leg, no prob. Use a little light mocha and see how that touches up on it. And then we'll go back in with the mix that we used for that. But for right now, we'll just, yeah, it's still doing it. That's why I didn't want to fuck with the watercolors while it's angled. Okay, a little dab will do us. Womp, 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 womp. Okay. This is not the same color, I know, but it'll help us out with getting it back to the color it needs to be. No issue. We're not going to do that on camera because I'm going to go off camera and remix this lug right here. That's pretty damn close. A little tightening up, it'll be there. I might use that as a blend color later. But yeah, I think that's good for now. I think it's a good stopping point. Probably a very boring conversation to listen to, one-sided conversation. But anyway, thanks for checking us out. It's a little warm in here, so I'm going to go ahead and hop off. It's a fun little stream. We'll work some more on this off camera. I think this angle definitely works better. And see y'all in the next stream. Hope you have a good one.